Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another Tower of Fantasy video. Today's video will be all about increasing your CS or combat score. I'll explain everything that is connected to your CS and what you need to do every day or every week to increase that number. Let's deep dive in. I've seen many people struggling with getting their CS higher to be able to move forward. As the enemies scale with your level, it gets harder and harder to actively beat them. There are 3 ways to increase your combat score, 2 of them being mostly relying on RNG and the third one being completely in your control. So let's start with the RNG ones. One way to increase your CS is to enhance your weapon level and advancing its star rating. Leveling up weapons is in your control, but advancing, not completely. You will need to pull the same weapon multiple times and it's up to the RNG gods. A good thing is that you can buy another duplicate of your weapon in the store when you have enough black gold. Another way to increase your CS is to add matrices to your weapon and leveling them up and advancing them as well. Getting the matrices is 100% RNG. There is no set way to get your desired matrix, and you cannot explicitly buy a specific matrix unless we're talking about the limited ones. But these matrices also need leveling up as they need to get stronger individually as well. As you can see, this level 90 0-star weapon without any matrices has a CS of 1365, while a level 90 weapon with 2 stars and a full set of matrices, which are leveled up, has a CS of 3395. That's a 20-30 CS difference, which is huge. Now compare this weapon to a level 63 star weapon, you can see that its combat score is still higher. That's due to the star level. So imagine that one being level 90 as well. Comparing it to a 1-star weapon with mediocre matrices, you can see it's even 1000 less. So level, advancement and matrices on a weapon play a real important part in your overall combat score. So how do you go about progressing your weapons? You first need to pick your 3 weapons that you want to play with. You'll probably have 2 or 3 SSR characters by this time, and you can maybe create a team with them already. Let's say you really want to play with Nemesis on your team, then I would highly suggest to get a 1-star Venus weapon because the 0-star is pretty useless in my opinion. But anyway, pairing Samir and King with your Nemesis is the way to go for a great team. If you aim for this team and not level up anything else, you will be great. Unlike I did, I leveled up like 6 weapons and now my resources are spread thin, which is awful. So be sure to check out your highest star weapon and try to build a team around it. Maybe pick a duplicate of these weapons from your SSR selection box and buy dupes from the weapon store. At level 50 you are able to level up your weapons to 100, so be sure to keep this pace. To level up your weapons, you need the resources. Every day you will need to use your vitality to perform certain challenges. The ones you need to focus on for your weapons are Dimensional Trials, Interstellar Exploration and Omnium Beacon. You should prioritize Interstellar Exploration since these grant you yellow upgrade materials alongside its purple ones. Just click on the Go button every day and about 5 or 6 of them will spawn on the map. Click on the icon to see what drops within them and go and complete them when the rewards look tasty. If not, you can spend the rest of your vitality on Dimensional Trials, as you can get boxes to choose your materials from. And if you happen to not have that much time on a day, you should play Omnium Beacon. You can buy 6 beacons with a full vitality and plant them across the map. After 24 hours, you will get a bunch of random upgrade materials, which is nice. If you run out of gold to upgrade anything, of course, Space-Time Domain is your savior. And that's it for the weapon specific part. On to the matrices. Every matrix has a set piece bonus. The purple ones need 3 to activate it and the golden ones need 2. So ideally you would pair 2 different sets to achieve 2 different bonuses or just pick 4 of the same. That sounds really easy to do, but it's not that easy to obtain them. As I said before, you cannot get your specific desired matrices whenever you like, but you can farm specific instances to get a chance of your desired ones. First off, you can play Void Rifts. You will get 1 pass every Monday, Tuesday and Friday, so it's playable 3 times a week. This challenge will net you 1 summon currency and random matrices that have a chance of including a random SSR matrix. So play this one 3 times a week for a chance for some good matrices. The other thing that you can do is farming bosses. Each boss has a specific SR and SSR matrix that can drop. Now, these have only a chance of dropping, but a chance nonetheless. You will need to do a couple of the same bosses to get them. But you can get 3 of the SRs much easier than 2 of the SSRs. If you'd like to build Shatter on your Shatter character, Then go to Robark, since he drops 2 Shatter matrices. Sobek drops Shatter and Damage matrices, and Frostbot, for example, drops Tanking matrices. Just check on their drop list what you would like to farm, and farm those bosses. Now, if you open the boxes, you get the choice for a Perfect Decipher or a Forced one. The Perfect Decipher will double the reward chances and also include the SSR rewards. The Forced one will have low chances on purple rewards and will not include the SSR drops. Now, take this as someone who did Forced Deciphers without SSR drops. Maybe there are people that did get an SSR from a Forced one, but I don't think it happens. The SR can drop from a Forced, so it's safe to farm him. Then to level up your matrices, you need to, of course, have level up materials. You can get them from training, dimensional trials, and Omnium Beacon. You can also feed your matrices with other matrices, but I suggest only feeding the blue ones. The purple ones are far too valuable since these matrices also need to be advanced. Take this level 45 Pepper for example. She has a CS of 261. This Robark of level 0 has a CS of 16. That's insane. Just by leveling up 4 of these, you can get 1000 CS boost, and we're only talking about one weapon. Now if you level her up to 50, you can see that it's increased with almost 30, so be sure to level them up. Also, take a look at this 0-star level 45 Coco Matrix. She sits at 485 CS, while a 1-star level 45 King Matrix hits a CS of 646. So just 1 star has the potential to increase your matrix's CS by 50%. Luckily, the game offers a full purple pepper matrix set through hitting chapter 7 in your journal, and a full echo matrix set through leveling up your suppressor. So you would only need to actually farm 1 more purple set to bulk up your 3 weapons. A full purple pepper matrix set. Now try saying that 5 times fast. The final part of increasing your CS is by your own hand and time, and that is your gear. If you check your gear pieces and they're not all purple yet, you will need to upgrade ASAP. To do this, I would suggest to finish up all open ruins, run the ones you can, and you should have around 1000 or 1200 purple energy crystal dust. That's worth 3 purple gear pieces already. You can buy these in the crystal dust store. You can also obtain gear pieces by running joint operations. Now I wouldn't recommend this just yet, since using your vitality on your weapons and matrices is far more important. If your weapons and matrices are on level, you could spend your vitality here. But make sure you have at least 1 golden matrix as possible rewards. If you can only see purple rewards, it's not worth it at all. But when not spending vitality, you would only need to farm out your time spending. The things you can do is to play Frontier Clash. You can get up to 3 passes every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday to play some Clash and get rewarded with gear pieces. Try to climb Bygone Phantasm as high as possible as well to get gear boosters and advancement items. Because again, you will need to level up your gear slots. And again, just like your weapons and matrices, you will need to advance your gear pieces. Purple gear can go up to 4 stars and gold gear up to 5 stars. Getting many more gear pieces is detrimental because you will need to recycle them into crystals to feed your gear to star up. You can play Wormhole for example and earn crystal dust to buy more gear and feed them to your existing gear. It's worth noting that the gear you buy comes with random stat bonuses. So you can keep on buying pieces and swapping them out until you get the perfect one. So I do recommend waiting to star up a piece until you have one that fits your playstyle. And that should be it. I know it's a lot and you need to invest some time into your gear and weapons to make them great. But at the end of the road you will come out stronger with a higher combat score. If I helped you out with this information, a like would be highly appreciated. Leave a comment below stating your current CS and perhaps reply to it later with an updated CS after following my advice. In any case, I thank you for watching this video to completion, you absolute legend. I hope to see you again, so subscribe for more Tower of Fantasy content coming your way. This was Glitchy with the Tower of Fantasy tutorial. Have a good one.